Hi everyone, can you hear me? Yes, Craig, you need to participate. Hi, Craig. Craig, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Craig?
Can you hear me, Magnus?
Yes.
That's great.
Okay, so it's only Craig that doesn't hear us.
Magnus ringer honom och försöker hjälpa honom.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Can't hear you, Hugo. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Hugo. I can't hear you now, Hugo. Have you muted yourself or?
Okay. Let's see. Yes, can you hear me? No.
I can hear you, Magnus.
Yes, I can hear you.
Loud, clear. And Craig can hear you as well.
Yeah,
But
okay.
Hugo.
Hugo, can you hear us?
You have to click on the settings, Hugo, and then you have to choose camera and sound. Settings down below in the menu.
For everyone else that listens to this, we tried this 2 days ago and everything worked, but yeah. Christina, can you hear us? Craig, Hugo, can you hear us? Okay.
Looks like he logged out and is going to try to come back in again. I see him there.
No, we can't hear you. Still not can't hear you. Have you tried to put your headset out and in again in your computer?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Hugo.
This is crazy. I've been using it all morning, so sorry
Yeah.
about that, guys.
Sorry about that, but really great. Then we have to wait for Magnus, but I don't know where he went away.
Hi.
Hey, Magnus.
Hey, Magnus.
You're
Everybody
fine.
can hear everybody, so you can start now, Magnus. Okay.
Fantastic. Thank you. Sorry, everyone. Good. Hi, and welcome to this webinar. Today is a fantastic day since we actually are live with Printix in Altcloud Marketplace. So that's why I have Hugo and Craig with me to talk about Printix. Yeah, Hugo. So I think I will leave this to you. For everyone else, please write questions in the chat. We will try to answer them during the webinar or at the end. But yeah, so Hugo, do your stuff.
Take it away, as they say.
Yeah, exactly.
1 second, guys. Let me get this away here. Whoopsie. Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Hopefully a lot of blue.
a lot of blue.
Sounds good. Thanks for your time, guys. Much appreciated. I would like to talk a bit about Printix. What are we? What can we do? How can we help you? And also talk a bit about how you can get started with Printix via also. Just a few seconds on the background. Printix is a company that was founded on more than 25 years of knowledge from the print industry, in particular from print management, secure print. Printix was founded 7 years ago, and our vision were to build the future for how a print environment should look like when customer move to cloud. And moving to cloud imply a lot of challenges. And we saw an opportunity to help customer to make things simpler. We saw an opportunity to help partners simplify and automate more tidy things that you do in the normal. In our motto, we like to say that what a customer should think about is print whenever they need it, from whatever tool they have to whatever device they may have in the office. So with Printix, it's not necessary about replacing printers, but it's actually utilize what you have and make it more efficient and get the benefit of a cloud environment. Microsoft, Google talk a lot about modern workplace, and I hear this in a lot of different variations. But we thought, hey, there's something that I'm missing here. This is modern print in the context of a cloud managed print infrastructure. In the old days, we were used to build print servers for larger organization to deploy print queues, to manage print queues, etc. But now when you go cloud and you don't want to have on-premise infrastructure, then Printix could be an answer for that. When we talk about modern print, we are all used to the good old Control P. It launches a dialog, you select the queue, and you submit your print job. We don't change that. Customer don't like changes, so why change what have been there for a long time and which actually work pretty good? So Control P is still there, both today without Printix, but also tomorrow when you move to a Printix managed infrastructure. But what we do is we add on top of the traditional Control P. We make it available so you can print from any Windows, any Mac, iOS, Android, or even Chromebook, excuse me, become available for printing. So whatever device I bring to work, or whatever device I use at home for my office work, whatever device I want to print from, I can do that. And we don't reinvent the wheel here. So you can still print the native way of whatever platform you use. You just do your Control P for the platform you are at. Printix is agnostic to the printer vendor and whatever model that a customer may have. So whether it's a Ricoh or Xerox or Sharp or Konica, whatever the customer may have, Printix work on all the platforms, providing these standard services. Some of the new things you actually get when you get a print infrastructure from enabled by a cloud environment is that you can actually do things that you could not do yesterday. For example, you can print from office to office, you can print from home to office. So I could basically create a print queue, enable it for print via the cloud, and you guys could print to my home office printer right here. Many have been using this during the COVID pandemic, where employees are sitting at home, maybe hitting a printer in the warehouse, maybe hitting a printer in reception or in the finance department. So it's pretty often public functionality. One of the other things we added were something we call home office printing. Home office printing can be a challenge for some type of customers where their PC, their device can be locked down, so they are not allowed to add printers by themselves. Printix have automated that, so we can automatically discover a home office network and add a home office printer. And at the same time, we will also track who is printing what, where, and when. So the usage on the home office printers can be reimbursed by their company. This is typical things that a cloud environment allow you to do. One of the popular functionality we see a lot of customer use is automatic installation. Automatic installation basically mean that whenever I get into the office and open my laptop, Printix know where I am, and it will automatically install print queues relevant for the location where I am. And you can even pair that both with group policies, so they are only installed based on your relationship. For example, I'm part of sales, so when I get into the sales department, I will get the queues installed for sales, but I don't get the queues installed for the other departments in our building. So this way I can just travel around from location to location, and whenever I get in, open my laptop, then Printix will make sure I have a print environment installed for the location I am at in the company. We added also something we call Global Secure Print. Actually, it's our customer that called it Global Secure Print. In the Printix world, we have built a technology we call Print Anywhere. And Print Anywhere basically mean that I can have a print queue on my computer where I can submit a print job. When I submit a job to this queue, it stay in that queue until I want to retrieve the print job. I can basically start the print job two different ways. I can sit here on my laptop, I can see the printer right over there is not used. So I have the option to open a print menu, and in the print menu, I can select the job I want to release. I say print, and they come out on that device. I could also wait until I get into the office, and then I can release it on another manufacturer. I don't need to worry about manufacturer and model. Printix makes sure it come out. This is what we call what's called print convenient, because it's convenient for me to gather jobs and retrieve them all in one pile. Whereas in certain situation, it could maybe also be something that I need to do confidential. So if I want to print my payslip or a new contract, then I can do it all confident and secure. So I can take my mobile phone with a Printix app installed, walk up to a device, scan a QR code or an NFC tag, and then from my mobile phone, select the job I want to print. And now it's secure, standing in front of the device, and I will collect the job when it come out. Some of the newest development we have done is adding also card-based secure print. And card-based secure print is a functionality where a certain multifunction devices can be locked down with a proximity card or typically door access card functionality, or you can lock it down with an ID code. To retrieve your job, you swipe your badge or type in an ID code at the device, at the front panel of the device. It will show you your print menu, and from here you can select the job you want to retrieve. So now you have card-based secure print. So this is the collection of what we call modern print functionality that basically allow you, the customer, to print from anything to any device anywhere. Behind the scene, first of all, customer going cloud also expect no on-premise hardware. And this is what Printix help you to achieve, that you don't need an on-premise print server anymore. You don't even need a print server in the cloud, because your Printix tenant in the cloud is the one that do everything for you. We have what we call a Printix client that need to be deployed. You can use Microsoft Intune or Endpoint Manager. You can use any type of MSI tool to deploy this Printix client to every computer. When it's deployed, it do an automatically sign in. So we support Azure AD, Google Workspace, One Login, Okta, you name it. There are a lot of new authentication methods in the market, and we support all of these. So end of the day, the individual user don't need to do anything. They will not be exposed by the installation, and they will not see the sign in. It all happen automatically. Printix have built on top of this. There's a lot of customer that basically don't know what they do. Understood in the way that they don't know how much they are printing, where they are printing, what department that are printing. Printix can create an overview for that for the customer. So if you enable in Printix what we call analytics, we will gather data into a database, and with a Power BI, you can view the data. And this data can be stored either in a database in your Printix tenant, in the data center that Printix use. It is Microsoft Azure in the Netherlands, or you can define your own Azure database, and then it is stored at yours or at the customer's environment. And this is one of the generic things too with Printix, is that when and if you print via the cloud, by default, data is transported via the cloud, via your Printix tenant in the Microsoft Azure data center in the Netherlands, or it can also be transported via your own cloud storage locally. But out of the box, by default, all printing, if possible, stay local. Printix have also integrated with Microsoft Universal Print. Universal Print is Microsoft's new platform for printing. There are definitely advantages, disadvantages with this platform, but what we can do is we can complement Microsoft with all the features that this platform do not offer natively. So with this integration, you have the best of the best from the both world. And this is what we call a cloud-to-cloud integration. Printix is a true SaaS model. It's, as I mentioned, running at a Microsoft Azure data center in the Netherlands. It's based on a multi-tenant technology, so every customer have their own tenant. And it's auto-scaling, auto-healing, it's 24/7, 365 monitoring. So we take care of having an infrastructure that are always running. But if your customer only want to print normal print, Control P, select the printer and print to it, you are not dependent on the cloud infrastructure. The cloud infrastructure is important when you want to make changes, or if you want to do secure print / mobile print, then the cloud infrastructure is necessary. But for standard normal print, you are not dependent on cloud, so it will even work offline. And if you have an enable analytics, we'll still remember, hey, Hugo, he printed these pages on that device at that time. So who uses Printix? When we started the journey with our company, we were focusing on SMB. We wanted to make things simple and easy for when you look at how you deploy, how you configure. We wanted to simplify. So Printix is a tool that focuses on automation and simplification. We have taken this case in Jotun in Norway as a very good example of how we can do a migration for a customer, small or large. Jotun had about 8,000 employees. They had a lot of Windows 2008 servers scattered around 250 offices around the world. They migrated to Printix within 2 weeks without any employee saw a difference. So they could switch completely infrastructure from a server-based on-premise to a cloud-based Printix infrastructure without any disruption of their service, without any employees or any changes. That's what we like. We like to move customer as easy and as possible without anyone notice it. And when you have made a migration, you can start add all the nice features, the modern printing, mobile print from all these different type of devices, secure print, convenient print, etc., and then slowly introduce it in a pace that the customer find feasible. As I mentioned, Printix is for everything. We are almost in every sector you can imagine. We are in public sector, we are in private sector, in all type of organizations globally. So why Printix? You can ask. We are proud to say we are one of the founders of the modern print infrastructure in the market. We were early out. We have learned a lot about how to deploy, how to deliver a consistent and rock solid SaaS product, and with a SaaS business model. We are proud that we can guarantee uptime, 99.9% uptime. Actually, our statistic for the last year say 99.98% uptime on our cloud platform. And the primary time for downtime is when we have done, last year we did 2 major update on the platform, which require an outage for a couple of hours. And it's planned late Saturday during Saturday night, so we don't disrupt any customer unnecessarily. But when we do it, it's of course always announced. I talked about the easy migration, that a customer, even if a customer today is running on-premise with AD, Printix is still relevant for these customers. We work equally good on an on-premise, in a hybrid, or in a full cloud environment. And if a customer already have traditional follow me secure print solution, Printix also work together with these. Printix is available on the Azure Cloud Marketplace. So let's see how you can get started. It's actually easy. The first thing you need to do is register. Register as for the Printix service. This registration enable you so you can start Use Printix via the Azure Cloud Marketplace. We recommend you as the next step to sign up for a non-for-resale license. This non-for-resale license is free of charge, and you can use it internally in your own organization. You can use it for demo purposes, etc. There is no limitations on how many NFR you can set up. So be welcome. Test it out, try it, use it for demo, etc. We have two subscription possibilities. We have what we call business and education. Education is one of the very popular business areas where we have a lot of customers, in particular in what's called the K-12, or from kindergarten up to gymnasium. I'm not sure if that is the same in Sweden, called the same, up to 12th grade, I think it is. In education, students are for free. We only charge for staff. For business, we charge for the amount of active users on the platform. You can subscribe either on an annual subscription or on a monthly subscription. The difference is that if you do an annual subscription, it's a prepay for X amount of users for 1 year ahead. By doing that, we give you an extra 25% discount for the subscription. On a monthly subscription, it's a monthly pay. So if you sign up for 10 users, that's what you pay for on a monthly basis moving forward. When you're on board, when you start up a subscription with Printix via the Azure Cloud Marketplace, what will happen is that behind the scene, a tenant will be spun up, and whoever signs up will receive an email with a link to get access to your Printix tenant. And now you're ready to get going. In the Printix product itself, we handhold the installation process, or if you get used to it, there is a simple way just to get Printix distributed out to your customers. So that's the story about what Printix can do. It can help you eliminate on-premise print servers. It can provide you with modern print for your customers. It can automate normal tidy processes of installing print queues and drivers, and it can give you an insight to what's going on at the customer. So hopefully that will make a lot of sense for you guys.
Thank you, Hugo. I think this is fantastic. And I think everyone agrees, since no one actually left the webinar. Everyone has been there listening, hopefully. We had these technical issues in the beginning, but I think you got the message out there crystal clear. So thank you.
You're welcome.
So it's live today in Marketplace. So everyone can go in and then add the registrations and the NFR to try it out. So and if you want to get more information, just reach out to me or Karina or anyone else at Also, and we can also connect you with Hugo and Craig, I guess. So I think this will be really good. So thank you all. Thank you, Hugo. Thank you, Craig.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Look forward to work with you guys.
Yeah. Good.
Take care.
Thank you. Okay. Bye
Bye.
then.